$42.60. One 21-year-old from Manila. That is how long it took the internet to strip Nike's US website of the shirt with Alex Eala printed across the back. While Carlos Alcaraz and Jannik Sinner's merchandise, according to fan tracking of the same Nike US catalog that week, was reportedly still sitting on the digital rack. The timing of what Nike did next. On the exact weekend, Alex Eala walked into Flushing Meadows for the first Grand Slam main draw match of her life, is the part almost no Western tennis outlet is willing to explain. Rewind to Sunday, August 24, 2025. Alex Eala arrived at the US Open at a career-high ranking after becoming the first Filipina in the Open era to win a WTA singles title just 3 weeks earlier in Washington. Nike had spent the previous months quietly building product around her, a Sampaguita hair tie at Wimbledon, then a Nike by You collaboration with Filipino artist Georgina Kimu. But in the 72 hours before her round 1 debut against the 14th seed, Nike executed something bigger. They put her name on a shirt and dropped it on the same global catalog that carries Federer, Nadal, Serena, and Alcaraz. The tennis internet did not react gracefully. Within hours of the drop, a Reddit thread on R Tennis dismissed the design as low effort, a black cotton tee with a floral graphic and her name across the back. Yahoo Sports ran the headline directly noting it sold out fast, even as fans called the design low effort. The critics had a shared argument. Eala was outside the top 15 and had no Grand Slam final. Signature tees were reserved territory. Handing one to a 21-year-old from a country with zero Grand Slam heritage looked to the gatekeepers like Nike jumping the gun. You can understand the skepticism, but you cannot defend it, because within 60 minutes, the audience Nike was actually targeting answered every question the forum threads were asking. Style number JU4850010, the Nike Court Alex Eala tennis t-shirt at $42 was listed not on a Philippine microsite, but on Nike.com US, the same global storefront where Alcaraz and Sinner's US Open collections were live during the same window. Nike does not put a player's last name on the back of a globally listed tee by accident. It is a designation. Osaka received hers after breaking through at the 2018 US Open. Emma Raducanu received hers after winning the 2021 US Open. Eala received hers before she had played a single Grand Slam main draw match. Multiple Philippine outlets reported the tee sold out on Nike US in under an hour, with a restock signal following almost immediately. On the same Nike US catalog during the same window, the flagship US Open merchandise for the reigning world number 1 and number 2 reportedly did not clear. A player from the Philippines, ranked outside the top 15, outsold the 2 best men on the ATP Tour in real time. To the people who spent the last 4 years buying every Nike drop that touched her name, this was a receipt. You saw the crowds at Miami and the court 17 flags at Wimbledon. You knew the demand was there long before Nike's algorithms confirmed it. Nike was not converting skeptics with this drop. Nike was catching up to what Filipino fans priced in months ago. Then the debut match started on court 17 against 14th seed Clara Tauson. Eala dropped the second set 2-6, then went down 1-5 in the third, facing match points on the Danish player's racket while wearing the blue Nike Court Slam dress that had launched with her name attached 48 hours earlier. Alex Eala won 6 of the next 7 games and closed the third set 7-6 in an 11-point tiebreak margin. First Grand Slam main draw win, saved match points. Every broadcast replay from that tiebreak became a live commercial for the exact kit Nike had just unveiled. You could not script the marketing synchronization more cleanly. None of this happened in a vacuum, and Rafael Nadal's fingerprints are on every step of Alex Eala's development. The 22-time Grand Slam singles champion is the founder of the academy in Manila, where she trained as a scholarship athlete, and the man who personally sparred with her on the red clay of Mallorca. After Eala's Washington title in early August, Nadal publicly congratulated her, a message routed through the Rafa Nadal Academy channels and covered by Olympics.com. Nadal has spoken in past interviews about her mentality and left-handed variety, calling them tour-level tools. Rafael Nadal does not offer that language to graduates as a courtesy. He offers it when he believes in what he is looking at. Nike, whose global tennis roster still runs through Nadal's endorsement gravity, was watching the same player he was watching. The signature tee was a bet placed by people who had access to Nadal's read of her ceiling. Nike's decision signals a shift the Western tennis marketing machine has been slow to see. Southeast Asia is a market of 680 million people, and until August 2025, no player from that region had ever received a named signature piece from Nike's tennis line. East Asia had Osaka, Europe had Federer, Nadal, Alcaraz, and Sinner, while North America had Serena and Coco Gauff. Southeast Asia had a blank slate, and Eala did not just fill it, she opened it. The commercial pipeline that Nike activated in Manila will now be studied inside every apparel boardroom that sells rackets and shoes. The calendar is loaded as the Asian swing runs straight through Tokyo, Beijing, and Wuhan, 3 tournaments on her home continent, where the same fans who cleared Nike US in an hour will be inside the stadium. Reports circulating in tennis media suggest Adidas has floated an offer that would double Eala's current Nike deal, though neither brand has confirmed anything. Whether that rumor is real or noise, the pressure it applies is real. Every match she plays between now and the 2026 Australian Open is a data point Nike is using to justify the next contract. The prediction is simple. Alex Eala's second signature product will not take another year, but will arrive before Melbourne. 3 days after the Torsen comeback, the fairy tale paused. On August 27, 2025, in round 2, Christina Buxer beat Eala 6-4, 6-3 in straight sets. No comeback followed, but in the hours after, Eala did not disappear. She thanked Filipino fans in New York on her social channels, acknowledged the loss with grace, and turned her preparation toward the Asian swing. The shirt was already permanently sold out by then, and the kit was already in the history books. Nike's bet did not need a quarterfinal run to validate itself. The market had validated it the week before she ever stepped on court. Look at what happened in a single week. A $42 tee gone in under 60 minutes. A $140 dress worn during a comeback from 1-5 down against a top 15 seed. Merchandise from the world number 1 and number 2 reportedly outperformed by a 21-year-old ranked outside the top 15. The Sampaguita, a Filipino national flower, stitched through every Nike design she has worn from Wimbledon to Flushing Meadows. Nike did not release a shirt. Nike placed a bet that Alex Eala is the face of the sport's next great emerging market, and the market responded before the ink on the price tag was dry. Every fan who was buying Eala kits when Western outlets refused to spell her name correctly was seeing exactly what Nike's boardroom eventually saw. This is not the world catching up to a young player. This is the world catching up to her audience. If Nike is willing to hand a 21-year-old her own named signature line before she has cracked the top 15, what do they know about Alex Eala's ceiling that the rankings have not shown yet? Drop your call in the comments. Does Alex Eala win a Grand Slam singles title before her 25th birthday? And if yes, which one falls first? Stake your prediction now. The Asian swing decides who called it early and who watched it happen on replay. If you want the next chapter, the Tokyo draw, the Beijing seedings, the truth behind the Adidas rumor, the subscribe button is where you plant your flag.